We're going to hear from Cassie this week, along with another witness named Jane. They said we're going to see videos of these freak-offs, and it's going to be very uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Think back to the late 90s, when every club speaker thumped with a Puff Daddy remix and the man himself floated through music videos in a silver suit, flashing that $1 million grin. Yeah. Fast forward to today. The same mogul who once danced across rooftops now shuffles into a Manhattan courtroom, hands bound, face gray, accused of masterminding a sex trafficking ring that spanned decades. How did pop culture's ultimate showman become the star of his own legal nightmare? Stick around, because the bombshell detail prosecutors say could bury him for life doesn't surface until the very end. The Puffy we thought we knew. Sean Diddy Combs built bad boy records on swagger and sheer will. Biggie crowned him hip-hop royalty, Ciroc vodka fattened his pockets, and a revolving door of reality shows, fashion drops, and Super Bowl-sized parties convinced fans he could do no wrong. Even Forbes called him rap's first near-billionaire. Yet flashes of menace broke through the glitter. A deadly stampede after his 1991 charity concert, that 1999 nightclub shooting, whispered tales of bodyguards paid extra to forget what they'd seen. The pattern was always the same. Chaos erupts, settlements follow, and Diddy rockets back to the red carpet as if nothing happened. But beneath the champagne spray highlight reel, insiders say a darker album was playing on loop.
All my parties, they're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things.
When rumors turned to echoes for years, gossip blogs hinted at private freak-off marathons, days-long drug-soaked gatherings so secret that even phones were bagged at the door. Inner Circle staff described code names like Wild King Night and a standing order. Whatever the boss wanted, deliver it fast. Then came 2023, when Homeland Security agents raided 2 of Combs' mansions. Helicopters over Beverly Hills, armored SUVs in Miami, the spectacle worthy of a summer blockbuster. But this time, Diddy wasn't directing. Court docs suggested investigators were chasing something far bigger than recreational excess, and the smoking gun would surface on a hotel camera. The tape that shook the internet. March 5th, 2016, Intercontinental Hotel, Los Angeles. Surveillance footage captures Cassie Ventura in blue sweats, barefoot, frantically stuffing socks into her bag. Diddy storms around the corner, slams her to the marble, and stomps until staff intervene. For 8 years, the tape sat in cold storage, mentioned only in whispers. Then in spring 2024, it leaked. Brands pressed pause on endorsement deals overnight. Revolt TV distanced itself. Spotify listens cratered by 40% in a week. Diddy's lawyers conceded the violence. No spinning that raw kick to the torso freeze frame, but insisted it proved only an ugly breakup. Not s-x-trafficking. Prosecutors disagreed, calling it Chapter 1 of a pattern so chilling the music stopped. And they had a new weapon. Federal RICO laws. RICO. Prosecutors call it a shadow cartel. The indictment reads like a noir screenplay. Paid escorts recruited for marathon parties. Private jet manifests cross-checked with cash ledgers labeled entertainment. Security teams ordered to confiscate phones, wipe blood, silent screams. The feds say Bad Boy's touring crew wasn't just an entourage, it was an enterprise. Think less record label, more wheel and spoke conspiracy with Diddy at the hub, using fear, money, and narcotics to control anyone who wandered inside the velvet rope. His attorneys scoff, celebrity swinger lifestyle, not criminal racket. Yet the statute doesn't care about platinum plaques, only patterns. And 12 New Yorkers were about to decide which story felt real. Now let's meet the jury. 8 men and 4 women, average age in the 50s. A retired lineman, a social worker, an investment analyst, even a 74-year-old grandmother who says her playlist ends at Motown. Prosecutors see empathy for victims. The defense sees seasoned adults skeptical of tabloid hysteria, overlooking them. An all-female government team led by Maureen Comey. Yes, former FBI Director James Comey's daughter. Opposite them, a Hollywood-ready defense bench. Mark Geragos' protege Teeny, young thug savior Brian Steele, and local legend Xavier Donaldson. Opening day crackled. A male escort testified that Combs once sat in a corner, pleasuring himself, while ordering the witness and Cassie to perform. Diddy's daughters fled the gallery in tears. Their father crossed his legs and stared at the ceiling, but the prosecution's true ace was still waiting in the wings. Cassie. The now 9-month pregnant star witness, Cassie Ventura, pop singer turned reluctant symbol, negotiated a multi-million-dollar NDA in 2023, then watched it implode when criminal charges hit. Now visibly expectant, she's scheduled early so travel doctors will approve. Her testimony could stitch the timeline together. The midnight raid on a boyfriend's apartment at gunpoint, forced pills on private flights, threats that careers end in one call, defense strategy, paint Cassie as a consenting partner who shared the spoils, designer bags, Maybach rides, chart features, then left when the fairy tale soured. Jury consultants say perception hinges on tone. Show remorse, she's credible. Show rehearsal, doubts bloom. Either way, her exit clears the runway for more controversial voices. Public opinion. The other verdict. Outside the courthouse, lines snake a full city block before sunrise. One hustler tried to scalp his seat for $350, like opening night of Star Wars. Online, hashtag mute Diddy trends hourly while nostalgic fans blast I'll Be Missing You in protest. Corporate America already cast its vote. Liquor distributors pause shipments. Peloton purges his songs. And ex-proteges issue cryptic apologies for staying silent too long. Culture experts predict even an acquittal won't scrub the stain. We're living in the era of receipts, and the internet never forgets. Still, inside those paneled walls, the only hashtag that matters is reasonable doubt. What the defense hopes you forget. Mark this. Diddy isn't charged with assault. He isn't charged with domestic violence. The defense repeats it like a mantra, because if jurors fixate on bruises instead of the statutory checkboxes for sex trafficking and racketeering, the government could stumble. They'll underscore every lavish trip Cassie willingly joined, every party guest who left smiling, every text that reads, "Can't wait for tomorrow." Their closing will be simple. Messy celebrity kinks aren't felonies, and if they cede just one reasonable doubt, a hung jury sends the icon home. But prosecutors have a trump card none of us expected. The $2 million cleanup kit mid-trial, agents unsealed a warrant describing quarterly wire transfers labeled consulting, routed to a shell LLC tied to a crisis management firm. Among reimbursed expenses, burner phones, NDAs, and a line item for hotel carpet replacement. The sum total since 2010? About $2 million. Prosecutors call it the cleanup kit, proof that silence wasn't cheap and certainly not consensual. Defense fires back. Standard PR costs for any Fortune 500 level brand. The judge allows it in. Jurors scribble furiously. If that ledger clings to the deliberation room wall, the verdict could flip in minutes. Conclusion. A legacy at stake. So here we stand. A man who once rewrote rap's rulebook, now fighting to keep a prison jumpsuit off his back. If the jury declares him guilty, Bad Boys' soundtrack may vanish from playlists overnight. A cultural blackout on par with R. Kelly's. If he walks, the music returns. Yet every chorus will echo with what we've learned. Either way, one truth is already carved in public marble. The myth of the untouchable mogul just crumbled. And when the gavel finally strikes, we'll be right here, unpacking every ripple. Thank you for listening now. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the breakdown of Judgment Day, because the story of Diddy isn't ending, it's only losing its beat.